Tony Pizza sits on top of a mountain of cash, while his brainless fucking donors eat straight out of the trash. He scams and cons all day and night because of his fucking greed, but his fans, they ain't that bright, so he knows he'll succeed. Every day he hits them with a new set of bills, and they will just keep paying up because they're all on them pills. He gets $70 and eats an $80 dinner. Been a fuck up all his life, so food makes him feel like a winner. One day he needs an apartment, next day he needs his cell phone paid, but that shouldn't be a problem cause he made a fortune yesterday. Yet he'll do a live today and say he's broke all over again, and his simps, they never catch on and ask where did that dough go again. Not even once, nah, they'll just send him over a 10. You fools just need to give up on him. It's time for some closure, my friend. Pizza, he will cheat ya every motherfucking chance that he gets, and if he sees ya struggling, he'll never give up a thing, and you can bet your ass he has no regrets. He took 10 G's from his mom and said he'll get his life together. He bought a piece of shit car and he was out of cheddar. The grief that he caused his mom, the devil couldn't do better. He stayed away completely cause he didn't know what to tell her. Pizza, he will cheat you every motherfucking chance that he gets, and if he sees you struggling, he'll never give up a thing, and you can bet your ass he has no regrets. So this is the story of Anthony Caruana. All we can do is hope that soon he'll be a goner. The world would be better off without him, and so would everyone in it. And I'll be back with part 2 of this song. Just give me a minute. So this is the story of Anthony Caruana. All we can do is hope that soon he'll be a goner. The world would be better off without him, and so would everyone in it. And I'll be back with part 2 of this song. Just give me a minute.
Yizzo, what's going on, everybody? What do we got? 50 people? I don't even know why I fucking have these on anymore. I mean, I don't even know if I'm gonna use them. Anyway, look, I got fucking dents in my head there from the fucking sunglasses or from the eyeglasses. Oh, excellent. Okay, so couple things I want to talk about. Let me wait till I get a few more people in here. Let me do some quick shout outs. Joey Dimes, Casey Robinson, Mike Fleming, Dave, Jesse Roth, Balla Balla, BB from VA, Taftwood, and that's it for now. I don't know how many people we'll get because I believe Angel is on. You know, I didn't even know that until I was about to start the show. I probably would have said fuck it if I would have known, but whatever, you know. I we'll see how it goes, whether I do a long show or not. I don't know. But there's definitely some things I want to talk about. 64, we're getting there. All right, let me get started. Who gives a fuck? So I did the show earlier, and we were talking about this whole pizza thing. And after I ended the show, I put the fucking video back on, the Tony Pizza video, like his. And I heard him say, and I wish I would have heard this while I was doing the show. I heard him say, I just took my family to lunch for the first time, which is one of the funniest things I ever heard, because I don't know. I mean, I would think taking your family to lunch for the first time would be maybe when like your first kid was a newborn and you just got married or something like that, this is a the kids are what, probably 10 years old, 12 years old, something like that. The fucking girl, we know he just met her, but I'm just saying, let's pretend that in some way this could be his family. He's just taking them to lunch for the first time. It's hilarious. Ash, $5. Yo. Thank you. Tadeo. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. $4.99. Thank you. It's a new donor right there. Beautiful. So I heard this and I just started dying because, it wasn't even that part. It was after that he said something about my son. I think he said my son and daughter then too. Need I say more? I mean, this is you guys didn't even tell me about that. It's the little things. Sometimes, guys, it's the little things. Like, I could make fun of that for weeks. You meet a chick, okay? And let's be honest, he just met her. I just watched the clip of him say to the little girl, she said something about going to that restaurant with her mom or something like that. And he goes, I remember. And then she didn't say anything. And then he like kind of turned towards the camera and started talking. You weren't there, bro. You just met this chick and her kids. You just met them. You know what I mean? And how do we know? Because you've never, ever spoken about these people. Never. All this shit you've talked about, you've never spoken about these people. So you just met her. We think it's ridiculous when somebody like Danny Trio meets a guy like Frank and 2 weeks later he's calling him his nephew. But imagine you meet this woman. When did he meet her? When is the first time we saw her? Say 3 days ago? 3 days? Is that about right? And the little boy is his son and the little girl is his daughter. There's people on here who make a big deal over the fact that I said I sold crack, which I did. But they think that's like an outrageous story. Like a guy like me who has, felony charges for selling cocaine. Oh my God, it would be insane to believe he sold crack, which is, cocaine. But this guy will just come on YouTube with new people, kids that are, the fucking kids are goddamn near grown-ups. Nah, they're like preteens or some shit. And the woman doesn't belong to him. And he just calls the kids his son and daughter. It's amazing. It's amazing the shit MobTube is willing to accept, but the stuff that they're just 1000% against. They'll do anything in their power to at least put doubt in people's minds about whether or not something is true. But there's something like this. It's like, oh, it's just Tony Pizza. He's just saying that, that these two kids he just met are his own. It's no big deal. It is a lot like politics, guys. And I'll only touch on this for a second, but like whether you guys want to believe it or not, like Biden, if he did the slightest thing wrong, it was a huge controversy, not just on right-wing media, on left-wing media too, because there's really no such thing. It was like, oh my God, you believe it's like the debate where, Joe Biden could barely speak, but Trump lied 28 times. We didn't hear anything about Trump. We just heard about Biden. Obama. Remember when Obama wore a tan suit and Fox News and the Republicans, voters and politicians went absolutely ballistic for like weeks and weeks about it. But Trump could nuke fucking let's pick a place anywhere. He could nuke the Netherlands tomorrow or some shit. and then it'll be like, yeah, just passing, don't mention it in passing. No big deal. It won't say shit about it. You know what I mean? It's unbelievable. And of course I'm exaggerating, but you know what I mean. Depending on who you are, controversies either count or they don't count. That's why, I'll always say like this whole thing is like the right and the left here. Of course, me being on the left. And I say that just because, they only go ham about people on the left. So Like, I'm the guy that, I could live the most noble life in the world, but say um, I don't know, just pick one of the many things they've made a huge controversy out of. I could do the slightest thing and it's a huge controversy, but Tony Pizza could do something like this, and it's like, what do you mean? What about it? Who cares about that? So what? A guy who's homeless and an animal just appeared to have, taken in a whole family, and he's claiming that the kids are his, even though we've never even heard about the kids. And he said a million times he doesn't have kids. What's that? That's no big deal. It's just like the right and the left. I'm telling you, it's so funny. Like Tony Pizza tomorrow could kill a child live on YouTube, and I could just fall at the skate park. Which do you think they'll talk about more? Me falling at the skate park. So it's just funny to me. It's so funny. Anyway, let me see. What do we got here? Let me read the comments because you guys still know a hell of a lot more than I did. I've still only seen a few minutes of this. Listen, Pizza rented a room from this family and he pulled all that money out of his pocket he got from the RV. Plus all the fake stories he tells her, and boom, he has a family. He rented an apartment from who? What family? Have the kids met grandma yet? Oh, God. Can you imagine? They're in Port Charlotte. Hey, Ma! Meet the wife and kids. What the fuck? When did you have kids? 3 days ago, Ma. But the fucking kids are like, 10 and 12. Hey, listen, shut up, Ma. Just go along with what I say. Don't make me look stupid in front of my new girlfriend. FBS, you have pizza. So jealous he went out and bought a ready-made family. He certainly did. And I'm not even too convinced that the wife and kids are a fucking family. Or the mother and the kids, I should say, are even a family. You know what I mean? For all we know, how do we even know those kids belong to her? I have a feeling that if she had kids, they would have already been taken away by the state. So who knows? I hope she didn't find them somewhere. Like a shopping mall when the parents weren't looking or something. Now would be a great time for Jim Martin to drop his amazing info. Pizza is around kids. Oh, I like how you slid that in. Jim Martin. Usually I'd be like, Baller, come on. But he's right. Jim Martin says he has proof that Pizza's a chomo. And now Pizza's around 2 small children. So, you going to come out with that, or you don't want Natalie to be mad at you? You know what I mean? Like, that's why now we know Jim doesn't have it. But if he had it, he would have to put it out now. And if he doesn't, you'd almost be like an accessory to pedophilia, because you'd be enabling this douchebag. Really. Anybody else see how drunk he was today during those lives? I can't even tell anymore. He's always so fucking crazy. You don't even know. And he calls her his wife. Yeah. Jesus Christ. I told you on the first show, I was having trouble getting it out, but there was a picture of me I've been posting for years on here of me with all those guys at that movie premiere / music video premiere thing. And for years, it was a topic of discussion whether or not I really knew those people. And even after they saw those people on camera with me, like live on YouTube, they were like, nah, he just met them. You know what I mean? But this will be like, psh. Tony Pizza's calling a girl and a mother and kids he just met 3 days ago, his wife and kids. That's nothing. That's no big deal. What are you talking about? Joe Blow, he was drunk the first time he was driving them, or on meth. Oh, yeah, definitely, Joey Dimes. He calls Eric Foss his nephew, never met him in his life. Yeah, he's a weird motherfucker, But he does that because, I don't know. Tony wants to be like a normal person, like a regular guy, I don't know. He sees people do things and then he does them, like people do that. You get that in the hood all the time. It might be an old head, but usually he's known the kid a long time, and when I say kid, it could be somebody in his 20s and he'll refer to him as nephew. You know what I'm saying? But I mean, He's never even met Eric in person. We're talking about like an old head who grew up, on the same block as a kid or some shit like that, the same neighborhood for years or decades, and refers to him as his nephew just because they're so close. It's like they're blood related almost. But he never even met Eric, never met him, and he calls him nephew. He just sees people do shit. And he wants to be like them. And a week from now, pizza will be calling them blowjobs. Of course, yeah. Yeah, today he was driving to the place they were going to eat, and he was drunk as fuck or something. LOL, you could see it in his eyes, Joey Dimes. Awesome. Pizza was high on that lunch video. Let me see.
Muggsy. Right? Mr. I got $5.
Listen to this.
You couldn't shine my shoes, or a pair of shoes. I'll give him that much. You sound like an asshole on that guy's show. You're nobody. You're a jerk off. You're a degenerate, Muggsy. Right? Mr. I got $5.
Yeah, like I said, I really can't tell. Not in this one. You're probably right, but like I could tell when he was in the car with her the other day. There's no doubt. He's all messed up. My stomach churns watching him and that woman with the kids. The vibes are off. Well, of course. Well, that's because you know what it is. It's not even just a vibe. It's the knowledge you have of the situation. Like we know for a fact. We don't even have to do any further investigating to know that he just met these people like days ago. Just met them. This is not somebody he knew from Chicago. It's not somebody, he had a relationship with or a family that he was involved with or anything like that. There's no way. And let's just say let's just say he knew them at one point in time. Guys, Tony Pizza tells every story he can, dream up, whether they're real, fake, or in between. Okay. He's said everything. He's told us everything. In this situation here, if he had a girl, especially like Baller said, she's attractive, especially an attractive girl. We would have heard about her every other fucking business day since fucking 2021. No question about it. No question about it. He never mentioned her. We love you too, Michael Hensley. So driving them around while he's pissed drunk or high as fuck and then using the most disgusting language in front of them kids, just a complete scumbag he is. Yeah. And she's cool with it. The kid's in the back seat without the fucking seatbelt even being on. Yeah, he'll be slapping them around like they're his own soon. Watch. I know. Well, isn't Joey Dimes still in Florida? Bro, I know he could identify that fucking restaurant easy. It looks like Cy Godkin already knows. What are you up to, Joey Dimes? I thought you wanted to have a conversation with Tony Pizza. Joey Dimes did something cool as fuck for me earlier. He sent me a dope-ass video. He's a good dude. Madi, good evening. He's abusive as fuck. He'll snap in an instant. Yeah, it just makes me sick to think about it, because those kids have probably already been through so much with a mother like that, like, oh my God. And now this shit, they're going to have to deal with him. What's even crazier is everyone in his chat, they're congratulating him. Like, what the fuck goes on? Congratulating him. See what I mean? If I tomorrow won the Nobel Prize, they would trash me left and right. But Tony Pizza meets a woman and two kids and then just says they're his. And they're like, congratulations, Tony. Congratulations on what? What did he accomplish? I don't understand. What do you mean? Has anybody seen them, like, I don't know, kiss, for example? And I don't mean like, I mean like a fucking, like tonguing her down. Anybody see them? Go. Anybody see that? What are you congratulating him on? What did he do? What did he accomplish? Tony Pizza's 58 years old. And he just made his second female friend in life. Yeah. Highly accomplished. Overachiever he is. Oh, well, he said they were in Port Charlotte, but that made me think, Joe Crumb, because he wouldn't say that. Let me tell you one thing about Tony Pizza. Wherever he is, he was going to say he's somewhere else. There's no way he was going to stay live after, like, within the first 10 minutes of that video saying, oh, look at beautiful Port Charlotte out the window. The view is beautiful. Although it could be a chain, right? That restaurant, what restaurant is that? They might have them all over fucking Florida. The restaurant was Punta Gorda. Oh, it was in Punta Gorda? Oh, Donald Bishop. There you go. Look, he seems to know. So where's Joey Dimes at? What are you doing? He was at Harpoon Harry's in Punta Gorda. And where were you? OC, what up? What up? Balla, $5. Broski. What's up, my man? Good to see you. Donald Bishop, how do you know that? The food rapper said Harpoon Harry's. And what did he say? Where's Harpoon Harry's? Yeah, well, that's what they said. Punta Gorda, Harpoon. Well, Joey Dimes said Harris's. It's Kamala's restaurant, apparently. Tony Pizza was eating at Kamala's restaurant. No, I'm just fucking around. I don't keep up with pizza for one day. The fool all of a sudden has a wife and kids. Yeah, exactly. One day he has no wife and kids. Next day he has a wife and kids. And the thing is, there's no logic being used by Tony Pizza. So, like, if you said to Tony Pizza, well, what makes her your wife? In his opinion, going and getting a marriage license and having a ceremony of some sort, or even getting married at like a justice of the peace, that's the same thing as because I said so. You know what I mean? Like, what makes her your wife? Because I said so. Well, how are those your kids? Because I said so. Like, most people, in order to say these are my kids, they impregnate a woman, and men, they impregnate a woman, and then the woman has a baby, and they plan and they buy things, and they set up a nursery, and they raise the child, and they put them in school, and they the child is their entire lives, and that's all they are concerned with, and the child is their main priority, and they do everything they can to give the kid a good life, and boom, these are my kids. Tony Pizza's like, because I said so. When did you get involved with these kids? 3 days ago. So why are you calling them your son and daughter? Because I said so. Oh, okay. Well, why not? I mean, you are the captain of the Just Say Shit crew. So what the fuck? Pizza trying real hard with that accent. Yeah, I know. Tree, like when he says tree. I got the tree members of my family right here. I got this hua, and I got these two little kids breaking my balls every second of the day. You hear how Italian I sound? I sound like I'm straight out of Brooklyn, don't I? The blacked out acoustic drop ceiling. Oh, damn. You know all that, huh? Tony Pizza is raising money for a headlamp, snorkel, and wetsuit. He's determined to find the G-spot. Nico Sia with another zinger. Very good. She's a smoke show, She's a smoke show, And by the way, I highly doubt that she is. I mean, I don't know how much we've seen of this woman. I've only seen her face, but you know what I mean? But there are some attractive crackheads out there. I've seen a few before they're too far gone. You know what I mean? There's some attractive hookers. Matter of fact, many of them are. I've never really spent too much time around lot lizards specifically, but I'm assuming there's some attractive ones there too. Leon hasn't had his shots either, so I hope you don't bite one of his kids. Oh yeah, that's true. Oh my God, BB from VA. Leon, are you around? You wouldn't do that, would you? Ruff. She's definitely prettier than I would expect to be with pizza. Yeah, but that's not a high bar either. I spent a few hours yesterday looking for him, Port Charlotte. Huge. Meanwhile, we find out he's in Punta Gorda. Oh, so that is where he is, definitely then. Huh? How far is that from Port Charlotte? That's pretty close, isn't it? I will congratulate Pizza if he doesn't show him shoving his tongue down her throat. Yeah, if he doesn't show it, yeah. They're telling him, oh, you look so happy, Tony, so happy for you. Well, in that case, yeah. If they really care about him, sure, why not? I'm okay with that. He does look happy. But, a lot of... I can't use the word. A lot of certain types of people walk around looking extremely happy. It's called what is it called? Ignorance is bliss. Like a girl that just got engaged. Yeah, that's what he's like. Joe Blow, the fact that he does this and thinks people will believe this is why he's so crazy. He said he bought her a brand new Navigator today, too. It's scary how delusional he is. See what I mean, Joe Blow? That's why they're driving around in the piece of shit caddy and not the brand new Navigator, right? That's why I titled this Psycho Pizza, because let me remind you guys that this is what makes pizza pizza. Like, might he have bought her a Navigator? Possibly, but brand new. But you got to understand, everything is an exaggeration. Worse than Trump, okay, with Tony Pizza. Everything. What he does is he'll take the smallest little thing and turn it into something big. It's like Sarma. We saw the story on Netflix, Tony. There was no deep relationship between the two of you. Well, if there was, why didn't you fight that storyline? No, you fed her dog, so she talked to you every now and then. Boom. Now, according to you, you were in a full-blown relationship and she was your girlfriend. Okay. He probably, maybe one day, like he was passing tallies and saw Sammy, something like that. Like I saw John Jr. when I was a kid and some other guys, maybe he saw Sammy. And next thing you know, he was, maintaining the whatever the fuck he did with the Joker poker machines at the fucking at Tally's, and he was Shammy's best friend. And at one time he went to kill Shammy with an Uzi, and so it's like his bullshit does have an origin, but the original story is nothing like what it turns out to be. So you got that. That's what he does. Like in other words, if he bought, let's say they picked up a Navigator that barely runs for $800 today, he would say a brand new Navigator. He meets a girl and 2 kids. He doesn't say, hey, he doesn't even say, meet my new girlfriend, which even that would be ridiculous after 3 days, but meet my new girlfriend and her kids. No, he says, this is my wife and my son and daughter. So he's nuts. He's a psycho fucking path. You know what I mean? Anything like if he, like for instance, that day he said he tripped over $8,000. He might have found like a $5 bill in the street. I mean, but he's so ridiculous that everything is so blown out of fucking proportion. It's like when he says, I drive a Cadillac. That's deceiving. Okay. Because, when people hear I drive a Cadillac, they think, oh, you drive at least like a $60,000 car or something, right? No. Like me today, I could take a couple of grand and go buy a Mercedes. It's going to be like a 1988. It'll be a piece of shit, but I could say I drive a Mercedes, guys. Now, when you say that to somebody, well, what kind of car you drive? Mercedes. They're going to think, ooh, you got a few bucks. They don't know that the Mercedes was $1,200. You know what I mean? So that's the thing with the Caddy. Yeah, you kind of drive it. I mean, it is technically a Cadillac, but if you say to somebody, I drive a Cadillac, and then you walk them out to that piece of shit, they're going to be highly disappointed. You know what I mean? Maybe whose aunt just passed away, left him some money. Like I could be vague and be like, hey, I drive a Nissan. And people would be like, wow, he drives a Maxima. No, but I left it wide open for you to decide for yourself what kind of Nissan it is. That's actually wouldn't even be as bad. Maybe his aunt who just passed away left him some money. No, BB from VA. It could be, but my personal belief is that he has tens of thousands of dollars. And the reason I think that is simply because there's no way he doesn't. Either he throws his money out the window, flushes it down the toilet, sets it on fire, spends it all on crack, or he's sitting on tens of thousands of dollars. Okay, because we've seen him make $1,200 and then the next day say, I have $0. I need more. Now, there's never any proof of that money going anywhere. He never says, this is what I spent the $1,200 on. Here's the receipt. It just vanishes. Poof. Okay. And it wasn't even long enough for him to have smoked it all. So that money goes into an envelope or under a mattress or in a sleeping bag or something, his jacket pocket. That's where it goes. you know, and he just does this and does this and does this. Don't ever forget, even if he eats steak and lobster every fucking day, okay, a few $100s a week tops covers Tony Pizza. He makes that every day. Okay. So, and you know, oh, what the fuck was that? I got a kink in my neck. Even the RV, we don't even know, even if it belongs to him, we don't know that cost him $1. It's on a property. It probably doesn't have any insurance, or it probably isn't registered or anything like that. It's on a property. The generator he probably has for show, just so he could say, hey, I need gas money. But he probably uses somebody's electric and water and every fucking thing else. And it probably doesn't cost him a dime to be there. So imagine you're making, let's just say, conservatively speaking, let's say for Tony Pizza, and this is conservative, $3,500 a month. And your only bill is your cell phone bill and your food. That's it. You ain't got to buy gas for the Jenny. You ain't got to do none of that. Just food and your cell phone bill. How could you not have tens of thousands of dollars saved? I'm not saying that chick is Megan Fox, although I'm saying for pizza, she's an attractive woman. All her teeth younger than him. Well, that's the thing. I mean, for pizza to be with a woman who has teeth alone is extraordinarily impressive, but we don't even know if they're dentures or not. Imagine having pizza drive you. I'd rather walk. LMAO, absolutely not. Me too. I want to see her hold her hook and pull on her teeth. I bet you I can make Tony make her pull on her teeth. I want to see her pull on her teeth. I want to see if they're stuck in there or what. They're so attractive. I think I said there are attractive crackheads out there. Yeah, sure. There's a couple. I'm sure there has to be, right? I mean, there's attractive people in every fucking circle, in every area of life, and, you know, every predicament. I mean, even if they're crackheads, you know, listen, there's degrees of being a crackhead. They might start out, they're technically a crackhead because they smoke crack all the time, but they still got some weight on them. You know what I mean? They haven't exactly stopped brushing their teeth and washing themselves yet. They might still have some nice clothes, maybe a little bit of a body. Boom, hot crackhead. You know, anything's possible. Oh, there are some. That's what you meant. There are some attractive crackheads. There has to be. There has to be some attractive everything. You know what I mean? There has to be. I mean, I've seen female construction workers that are, I'm talking about, there was one that worked at a restaurant I worked at when I was in work release in 2016. She looked like she walked out of a Playboy centerfold. I swear to God, she was fucking physically perfect from head to toe. And she worked construction. You know, so you never know where you're going to find one. There's a diamond in the rough, you know? Every now and then you trip over a gem. When the last of the $5,000 is gone, so will the family too. Yeah, probably. Well, but who knows how much he really has? It might take a little longer. Yes, it's close to Port Charlotte. I thought it was like half an hour or something from there. Pizza has a girlfriend. Oh, you're asking? Pizza has a girlfriend? She's legit dating of her own free will, and not the Lee Cole way of kidnapping and going to Walmart. Casey, now how dare you? No, she seems to be there willingly, but it could be money. I mean, I don't know. I don't really get I guess because, you know, $5,000 to like me or you guys in the chat probably isn't exactly life-changing money. It's probably like say I went to the casino and I won $5,000. I'd be super happy, but it wouldn't really make a difference in my life. You know what I mean? It'd just be like, oh, cool, $5,000, you know? But there are people, I mean, look at how I spent my life in the hood around a lot of drug addicts and shit, and I sold drugs. And I mean, there are bitches that if they find out a dude got a $1,200 tax return, they'll suck his dick. You know what I mean? Just for something. So get the bitch's hair and nails done or something. You know, that's motherfuckers are money hungry as fuck. especially really, really poor bitches. Fucking, and especially when it comes to getting high. Oh my God. Like if this chick has a methamphetamine issue, like we think she might, she'll fuck anybody, including Tony Pizza, just for, you know, a bag or two. No doubt. That is true, BB from VA. About 8 miles. Oh, that's it? Why are you not there, Joey Dimes? What is your excuse? If only Leon could talk and warn that woman. I know, man. Fucking come through for us, Leon. This might be the best thing for us. Pizza might try to abuse her. And shook all the cops on him. Sick all the cops? I don't know. I'm not sure what you meant by. Yeah, I mean, I don't wish for anybody to get abused, but she is kind of asking for it, isn't she? I think that anything that gets Tony Pizza locked up is a good thing. But I don't want to see anybody get hurt. God forbid he hurt one of the kids. It'd be great to see him locked up, but then a kid is hurt. You know, I just can't. I'd rather have him live to be 100 and the biggest scumbag on the planet than fucking hurt a kid. You know. Said he spent the $5,000 and has $30 in the kid. Oh, here we go. Yeah. $30 in the kitty. He actually has an actual kitten, probably. He shoves the money in. I wouldn't doubt it. But when he says kitty, he means it. He sticks $30 in a kitten's ass and says, I have $30 in the kitty. Look at the... Oh, my God. All right. Let me get down here. Sally gifted 1 Fat Bald Sicilian membership. Thank you. Mike Fleming, $4.99 FBS. Great show, bro. Match, please. Thank you, Mike. And as you guys know, Mike is one of the biggest sponsors of this show. So when he says match, you must match. Does he actually think people buy that horseshit story? Some of his people probably do. They are stupid. Mickey Batts, hey, FBS, a little late to the show. Salute. I'm not going to say why I'm late. Take a guess. I'll be listening in. You're either showering now or you were, and now you're drying your cack and balls off. Where's these comments I got to look at? Nico Sia, $4.99. $4,995.99 more to go to achieve the dream. There you go, bro. Do me a favor and work on it as much as you can. Oh, I've been there twice and I'm on vacation. That's a 6-hour run. I know. I'm just fucking with you, bro. Let me see. I don't see these comments. Where are they? Bro, I don't see them. I don't see anything like that. What is it? That's nowhere in this chat. Not at what I'm looking at. The fuck are you talking about? What? Oh, did somebody block Leon the stepdog? Why did somebody block Leon the stepdog? No, because I would still see the comments. Where the fuck did they go? How is it possible I don't see them? How can they stand his smell? Because they probably smell the same. I don't care if the bitch looks like fucking, Jessica Biel. Okay, if she's with Tony Pizza, she's filthy, dirty, and smelly, stinky. Okay? It's kind of like this. Listen.
There once was a man who lived in Massachusetts. He was 600 pounds, short, pudgy, and round, and he was nothing but a nuisance. He claimed to have been in the mafia, and he once told someone he got made. That was an even bigger lie than once when he said he got laid. He's a giant, goofy marshmallow man who ate way too many snacks. That doesn't include dinners that were 10,000 calories each and were delivered in burlap sacks. Once he was driving high as fuck on Xanax, and he reached for a slice of a Beets. He crashed his fucking car into a telephone pole, and then he went to the store for some treats. On the way to the hospital, he ran into an obstacle, and his fat ass spilled onto the streets. The next day when he got home, he had a few drinks, and by a midget he got his ass beat. Hey chickie, you're so sticky, you should take a motherfucking bath. Hop in the tub and scrub a dub-dub and wash your big fat fucking ass. Cause there's no way you don't fucking stink. Between your bad hygiene and how much you drink, you should take your monkey ass to a motherfucking zoo and have them hose you off with the chimps.
Sorry.
The end.
Sorry, I had to play that. I just love that song. It gets me all choked up. You know, it's a beautiful song. Somebody just sent me pictures of her. Yeah, I mean, she got a gigantic forehead. You can watch a movie on that fucking thing. She got a 5 head. Pretty big. She got a receding hairline. And her hair appears to be the same color as my fucking thermal I'm wearing. But she does have eyes and a nose and a mouth and 2 ears. And she appears to have teeth. Of course, again, you know how that goes. A lot of people appear to have teeth. Doesn't mean they have them. I don't know. I mean, yeah, for Tony Pizza, she's attractive. That's another reason you know that this is complete bullshit. You know what I mean? She's like a stripper, probably. I'm not saying she is a stripper. I'm saying she's like a stripper. You know what strippers do? A stripper will have you thinking all night that they like you just to get all that fucking money out of your pocket. You know what I mean? It's a rookie move in strip clubs. She's the type of chick that knows, oh my God, this douchebag has a pocket full of cash. She probably don't even have a car. You know what I mean? He could take me and my kids to eat. He could fucking buy us some stuff. And all I got to do is, just pretend I like him. So that's probably what she does. Probably what she does or what she's doing. I mean, fuck it. The only reason I have a problem with that is because you're letting your kids around this animal. If it was just you, it'd be like, fuck it. I respect the hustle. But I like that, Mickey Bats. Nobody seems to like it. I got no reaction out of that song. I'm very upset. What the fuck is wrong with you people? That's probably the funniest fucking thing I ever wrote in my life. What the fuck is going on with my audience? Slow jams at FPS. I got a different version.
There once was a man who lived in Massachusetts. He was 600 pounds, short, pudgy, and round, and he was nothing but a nuisance. He claimed to have been in the mafia, and he once told someone he got made. That was an even bigger lie than once when he said that he got laid.
He's a giant, goofy marshmallow man who ate way too many snacks.
That doesn't include dinners
that were 10,000 calories and were delivered in burlap sacks.
Once he was driving high as fuck on Xanax, and he reached for a slice of a Beats.
He crashed his fucking car into a telephone pole, and then he went to the store for some treats.
On the way to the hospital, he ran into an obstacle, and his fat ass spilled onto the streets. The next day when he got home, he had a few drinks, and then by a midget he got his ass beat. Gizzo!
Hey chickie, you're so sticky, you should take a motherfucking bath. Hop in the tub and scrub a dub-dub and wash your big fat fucking ass. Cause there's no way you don't fucking stink. Between your bad hygiene and how much you drink, you should take your monkey ass to a motherfucking zoo and have them hose you off with the chimps.
Earlier in his life, Chickie joined the service.
Till it was time to fight, then Chickie got nervous. He splashed chemicals in his eyes, then he started telling lies, so he could get a paycheck for life. He did that bullshit on purpose, but he should've joined a circus as the motherfucking fattest man alive. And if he would've done that, he could've made a comeback. Then his fat ass would've finally served a purpose. Now die! Hey chickie, you're so sticky. You should take a motherfucking bath. Hop in the tub and scrub a dub-dub and wash your big fat fucking ass. Cause there's no way you don't fucking stink. Between your bad hygiene and how much you drink, you should take your monkey ass to a motherfucking zoo and have them hose you off with the chimps.
Just one more verse, real quick.
Got old and all of a sudden he's bold. He spends his days talking shit on YT. He shoves opioids down his throat and he's the size of a boat. Feeling sorry for himself like why me? He looks back on the day that he answered phones for $600 a week. Claimed he was a bookie, but all he did was eat cookies. Cause he's a morbidly fat fucking geek. He posts pics on IG of shit he doesn't own. Cause he's a fugazi and a freak. He should really consider, after he eats dinner, putting a padlock on his fridge. Hop in your truck, cause who gives a fuck? Now go jump off the Memorial Bridge. Edge. Hey chickie.
Alright. I enjoy the shit out of this. I enjoy the shit out of making these songs. Anyway, I don't know, guys. I have a feeling there's going to be some wildly entertaining shit coming in the next few days with this chick being around. I'm scared for the day that we see him hit one of those kids on camera like he does with Leon. If that happens, that's it. We got to do everything in our power to get him locked up, no matter what. No matter what. Anybody get the plate on that Cadillac? Got to see the plate number. I could probably find out. I think I could, actually. But yeah, something like that happens. Every fucking buddy has to call the police and send that video in and everything else. Well, forget it. Ball has nothing to worry about. I'm ride or die for a man with a 1995 Dodge Neon. That is what he says he drives, right? Yeah. Joe DeVito is balls deep in pizza. Oh, that guy. Oh my God, Joe DeVito. Fucking douchebag. Yeah. He's another sick bastard. Those fucking people over there, I hope they all die. I really do. All of them in that chat. Like, I wish there was a way you could get them all into one building and maybe, like, I don't know. You know, something happens, you know, I don't know. They are the scum of the earth. They are. Could you imagine? I mean, how would you feel about yourself as a decent person? Because they're not decent people, but you guys are sitting there every fucking day hearing them talk about 9/11 and our military and school children and gay people and black people and Mexican people and Muslim people and every fucking thing else. And then get done with the show and then go like, hug your kids and try to teach them right from wrong. How could you do it? You'd be a complete and total hypocrite. Could you imagine your kids catch you listening to that fucking scumbag? Let's just hope none of those animals in his chat actually have kids, because if they do, those kids have probably been victimized over and over again in every possible way. Something happens. Yeah, something happens. You know, it's whatever. It could be anything. It could be a fire. It could be I don't know, grenade. Could be a mass shooting. You never know. I mean, things happen. It's America. It's like every day. You know what I'm saying? I think we had like 18 plane crashes just today. Maybe a fucking plane could crash into the building they're in. You know what I mean? I'm sure they're going to be falling out of the sky for quite some time with this whole FAA issue we have, you know? Talking about sucking cocks in front of innocent children. I know he's disgusting. These are words kids shouldn't even hear. Again, it's not like you slip, you say shit or fuck or something. Even that's not great, but it's, you know, it's generally harmless language your kids are going to end up using someday any fucking way. But you know, that shit. You imagine the kids in school running around using those words. Acme safe falling from the sky. Yeah, it could be anything. It could be just like a cartoon. Anvil, could be whatever. Eric Foss is in Pizza's chat quite a bit, even sticks up for him somewhat. Oh, I don't know, man. I for some reason I thought they didn't talk anymore or some shit. I guess that didn't last long. I don't fucking know. I just know that I think, at least in Eric's case, I'll say. Well, no, I don't know. I mean, he's seen the clips I've played and stuff, but pizza has this way of tricking people into, like, imagine this. Now this isn't really the case with Eric, because Eric, I think, was watching me before pizza, but with some people, this is what he'll do, right? Like, say you forget what he does. Say you just come to YouTube, to MobTube, right? And the first channel you find somehow is Tony Pizza, okay? And you hear him talking about me every day, the way he does. What's your opinion going to be of me? It's just like I said, it's the same thing with like political news. If like all you listen to is MSNBC all day, you're going to hate Trump. If all you listen to is Fox News all day, you're going to hate all the Democrats or whoever if there's a Democratic president, whatever. Okay. People are very easily brainwashed and fooled and into shit. So like, if you hear Tony Pizza talk about me and then say you listen to after that, I mean, it could just be him, but we could even add to it, 2 or 3 other people, whatever. You're going to believe that I'm the scum of the earth without ever even hearing me speak or listening to me or knowing anything about me. So what Tony Pizza does, his trick is he's always the victim. He's always a constant victim. Poor me. Look what they're doing to me. Look what they're doing to me. Now, if he was really a victim, that would be fine, except he's the furthest thing from it. So if you come here and you listen to Tony fucking Pizza, he'll have you believing that he's this innocent guy. He's just a homeless dude who's just trying to, make ends meet and, get through life. And all these fucking evil MobTube people are fucking with him, and they just won't let him get a job, and they won't let him get a place to live, and they won't, all this horse shit he says. And you feel bad for him to some extent. And guys, listen, this has happened with tons of people. You know how many fucking people? I mean, you've been here just like I have. So many people have felt bad for him. And it's like, haven't you been listening to this guy? When he first popped up on the scene, fine. You see a homeless guy, boom, you want to help him. But how long does it take for you to come to the realization that, Tony Pizza is not homeless by accident. He's homeless by design. Like, that's his whole, first of all, he doesn't want anything holding him down. He doesn't want responsibilities. He doesn't want to be in one place for too long. So he's deliberately homeless. And also, it's his scam. You can't be a guy with a house living well and be, scamming for fucking money, lying to people all the fucking time. You know what I'm saying? The way he does. People are gonna people at the very least are gonna donate less. They're gonna say, well, you're not in that bad a shape. But I don't know. I forgot what I was saying. Yeah, they're not gonna feel for him like they would if he was homeless. So that's the constant hustle, that he's a homeless guy who just needs help. You know what I mean? And then some people, I don't know, fall for it. Or he's the poor homeless guy who all the bad people are talking about. Meanwhile, if you were here since the beginning, you'd know that nobody started trouble with Tony Pizza. Nobody ever did. Everybody that Pizza's fought with, he started with. And he does it for money. Like, he'll pick an innocent person and just trash the shit out of him for money because that's the only way he knows how to make any. He's a constant fire starter, always. So for anybody to feel bad for him or, think that, the guy's just down on his luck. Down on his luck. How long are you going to be down on your luck? How many tens of thousands of dollars does it take before your luck turns around? I mean, I believe if you've made tens of thousands of dollars, your luck has already turned around. Okay, so what's the excuse? He's not just a homeless guy anymore. He's a guy who chooses to be homeless. That's it. So nobody should ever have sympathy for him. Never. I don't call that damn woman a mother. I would like to have a talk with her. I'm sure you would. People always seem surprised about Eric, but look at his past. He's a piece of shit. I don't know, man. I don't know. Eric, I don't know. I'm not getting into all that shit for a number of reasons. So anybody who wants can have their opinion, but he stops people from talking shit about me on his show. So, do me a favor and don't talk about him on this one. I told you, as far as the Kaz thing, I was asked numerous times by Kaz to leave that alone. So if you're wondering why I haven't expressed myself about that, I haven't. Me and Eric exchanged like 400 text messages that day, and so did me and Kaz, and that's what I was asked, to stay out of it. So 4 hours in a car with this hoe and her fuck trophies. Her fuck trophies? Is that what? Oh, Leon the stepdog. There you are. Good stepdog. Her fuck trophies. So those would be the kids. I never heard that expression before. Interesting. He gave her a Maltese cross and chain, both wearing one. The girl or the kid? Because I thought somebody said earlier it was the kid. It was the chick? How much was it? Did you guys see him buy it or anything? He's definitely bipolar or something. Some days he's nice, and then he snaps on everyone for no reason. I don't know. That's, I don't know. I don't have the greatest understanding of bipolar. When I was younger, it was called manic depression, and it was basically mood swings. You know what I'm saying? Like what you're describing. Bipolar now, I mean, what they call bipolar is a severe mental illness that includes all types of shit. It could include hallucinations and all types of wild shit. It's more than just mood swings. I don't know if that's the right term, but he's an asshole, and I think he's miserable all the time, Boop. I just think, here and there things happen that maybe, I don't know, make him at least appear somewhat happy, like this thing going on right now. But this thing will end horribly, and he'll be right back to his old miserable self. But yeah, I mean, he could be sitting there and laughing and joking with them and then be screaming at one of the kids, no doubt about it. I just don't know if that's what you call bipolar anymore. I don't think it is. I don't know. I'm tired of the pizza hate. You were all jealous that he gets panties soaked when he mentioned he is the original inventor of the garlic pot. Get better. Pick up lines. Use skells. Yeah, spoken just like Tony Pizza himself. You're funny as fuck. Anybody want to donate, guys? I'd appreciate it. Some of you already did, and I appreciate that. On the stepdog. I got my balls snipped for this shit. Yeah, apparently. I feel so bad for you. His official diagnosis. You got a brother and sister you didn't even want now. His official diagnosis was fucking asshole, I believe. Yeah. That's, like I said, he's a fucking asshole. Schizophrenic. Yeah. Yeah. See, I'm married to a nurse, so like I'll use these phrases and she'll be like, well, no, that's not, I don't know. Up until a few years ago, I thought bipolar just meant like manic depression, like one day you're up, next day you're down, but it doesn't. People with real bipolar, what is it, syndrome or bipolar, whatever the fuck it's called, bipolar disorder, I'm sorry, have severe mental illness where they go through, a lot of weird shit in their head and everything else. I think they could, be dangerous, at least to themselves. I think, like my dad. My dad was a fucking lunatic. Like he would start problems when there wasn't any. Like I was convinced that he was addicted to fighting and being miserable and mad, But he was the same way. My mom used to say he's Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde. He's like a light switch. One minute he's laughing and joking with you. The next minute he's trying to put your head through a wall. I used to think that was, well, I don't even know. I don't even know if that was manic depressive or if that's just something. If that's just a character trait, I don't even know. I'm not sure. Tony, as you've stated prior, has no self-awareness at all and doesn't realize that child abuse includes psychological abuse, even of the, even if he erases the videos, they can be retrieved by the authorities. Oh, yeah. Yeah, he probably doesn't know that. He's so fucking dumb, but it's true. War, Kimberly used to be like that, FBS. I'm sorry to hear that. Yeah, it's tough. You know, I'll tell you what, I'm not going to lie to you guys. I'll tell you straight up about myself. I am really, I don't know what it is lately. The last few weeks, I am really starting to snap easily. Like I'm fucking like you saw the night with the Jason thing. Like I have a really short fucking fuse and a really bad fucking temper, and it's getting worse. It was actually better, a lot better than when I was younger for years and years, but now it's getting bad again. I'm snapping very easily. I'm losing my shit. Try having my sister as you, but then again, you know, listen, like I said, we kind of went through something. I'm assuming it has something to do with that. I got a lot of shit going on in my head, and I think I've just had it. You know, that's why, you know, I keep trying to warn people, like, anybody who thinks they're going to fight with me now or do something to me that they did to me years ago and it's going to slow me down. No. It's just going to drive me. You know what I mean? And I'm to the point where I'm willing to do damn near anything. So everybody's at a disadvantage. I'm telling you right now, everybody is. Everybody is. Oh, you mean like Shanna with the, yeah. Try having my sister as yours. You might feel bipolar too. Oh, John Gotti Jr., we're not talking shit about Angel. Leave Angel alone. Why are you talking about your sister anyway? It's fucked up, John, because this is definitely the real John. And the stepdog, at least I'll get a break from beatings. Oh, man. Yeah, but we don't want to transfer it to the kids. You got to all get away as a group. Now it's your job, Leon. Oof. It's your job to protect the new people in the family. It's very important. You got to be there for them. You got to eat Tony. I told you got to eat him. That is true. Bipolar. Yes, that is true, Saxon. They do. It's got to be a gift, right? Talk about dual citizenship. Anyway, I don't know, guys. I think I'm going to go because I was just going to do like a short show. I want to go to bed. Tomorrow is going to be 65 degrees. Oh, my God. It's going to be fucking... The wind is going to be like 3-4 miles an hour or something like that. No wind, basically. It's going to be beautiful. So, you know the routine. Anything I need to know about, feel free to tell me. If it's not necessary, if it's not something I need to hear about, don't bother. Or, you know, if it's just bullshit, just let me know that before the show. But if it's important at any time of day or night, I pretty much have to know. You know what I'm saying? So, but I'm going to try to enjoy myself and keep my mind off things tomorrow. So anyway, guys, I'm out of here. I appreciate everybody who donated. And I'm going to go, and I'll see you tomorrow. I love you all, and until next time, salute.